Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to Punch It Up, where I show you that you do not have to be a funny person in order to be humorous. You can add humor to anything using the draft method, details, references, authenticity, fallibility, and the rule of three. My lighting has changed for reasons unknown, but I do want to add this. You're not all going to like it, and you're not going to like it all. I give you permission to take what you like, leave what you don't. I'm just here to help. My goal for this channel is to receive writing samples from you guys and show how to punch it up. I also want to make sure that you understand I'm not a joke writer. I have a lot of friends who are, and they're very talented and accomplished, and they're hilarious and successful.
That's what she said.
I'm not here to teach you the intricacies of writing a joke. That's for somebody else to do. But I'm going to show you how very easy and natural and comfortable it can be for anyone to add humor to a conversation, to an interview, using this method. And we're going to start with details. Until I get those writing samples from you or friends or clients, what I'm going to do in the beginning is use essays that I've performed, and I'm going to use clips from those essays and show you how I heightened the information, the performance, with details and everything else. We're starting with details. The first essay I'm starting with, the prompt word was courage. Courage. So let's look at a couple of clips.
You know what else I'm afraid of?
What?
Zombies. Here's what I know for sure. I will not survive the impending zombie apocalypse, and here's why. One night in the mid-90s, I was driving home around 3 o'clock in the morning in my Chevy Citation with the window that didn't roll all the way up, that had no radio. I was heading east on 3rd Street towards Koreatown.
Another lighting change. I'm full of surprises. So let's talk about the details in this clip. It wasn't humorous necessarily, but it endeared me to the audience. Here's the deal. I could have said, hey, one time in my 20s, I was driving down the street late at night and saw a girl running down the street. You're going to hear that part in a minute. But I didn't say that. I said it was the mid-90s. I was in a Chevy Citation with a window that didn't roll up and no radio, and there were no cars in any direction. These details may not have gotten a laugh just then, but they're going to endear you to the audience, and you want the audience to be on your side because then they are ready to laugh. They're ready to laugh for you. They're ready to support you. And when you detail that you had this crappy car, then every person in the audience, even if it's an audience of one, that person, if they had a crappy car, they relate to you. If they never had a crappy car, they're curious. Oh, what would that be like? People who did have a crappy car are even looking back at that memory with fondness or irritation, but either way, they're with you. They're engaged. They're in the driver's seat. You want your audience to experience your story with you. You want them to relate to you, and you want it to be as visceral an experience as it can be. They're intrigued, and they want to hear the rest of the story. That's why details are so important. Let's move on.
I came upon a girl running down the middle of the eastbound lanes. She had a white half shirt on, because it was the 90s, and a long flowing white skirt, which at first led me to believe that she might be a ghost. Spoiler, she was not a ghost. She had short, cropped, spiky blonde hair, and she was very, very thin, and she was barefoot while running at top speed down the middle of a street that shows no signs of life for at least, a half mile in either direction.
I describe what she's wearing. I could just say, I was driving home, I saw a girl running down the middle of the road. And then that would lead the audience to paint a picture for themselves. But it's important for me, in this instance, to describe it, A, again, referencing the 90s, a crop shirt, because it was the 90s. B, it sets me up for, I thought maybe she was a ghost. It's important to know that she was wearing white, flowy, etc., spiky hair. Yes, you got some humor out of that. And so that's super easy. You just describe the girl. Everybody's experiencing with you, and everybody's in, and they want to know what happens next. Let's look and see what happened next.
I pulled up and said, "Do you need a ride?" I invited Ghost Lady into my Citation. Now, once she got in, I noticed the hand and knuckle tattoos, and also the smell. Ooh. It was an odd combination of body odor, fresh soil, and urine. Her hands were very, very dirty, which, due to the fresh soil smell, led me to believe she might have just, clawed herself out of a freshly dug grave.
Okay, so the details of the odor are important because, one, now you've added another sense to your audience. So they are experiencing your story on a deeper level than they were a moment ago. Also, it sets up the zombie connection, which is where you're finding humor. Okay.
So during the next few minutes, the woman in white kept turning around to look behind her, as if possibly she was being followed. So now my anxiety begins to heighten as I realize that she could have been running from A, the police, B, her pimp or her drug dealer, or C, zombie killers. And I realize I've put myself in what is commonly referred to as a compromising situation.
I could have said she got in the car and kept looking behind her as if someone was following her. But instead, I said, here are the details of who I thought might be following her. Super easy way to get humor, super easy way to heighten the experience. What details do is you want to endear yourself to your audience. The more your audience likes you, the more they're going to want to support you. The more they're going to laugh when you tell something funny. And details are really super simple for anybody to do. All you have to do is describe something in detail. I'll give you more examples in other videos, but I think it's kind of clear. And you could see it work. I don't know, did it work for you? Like I said, you won't all like it and you won't like it all. So let me know if that was clear. Let me know if it didn't work for you. And if not, we can talk about the other rules that maybe those rules will work better for you. I think we're still in the second style of lighting. I just want to add here at the end that I'm going to post that whole essay on the channel. It's called Courage. You can take a look at it if you want to see how I used details and other of the draft method to make it work. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I know it's my first video, but I feel like it's the best one. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope I helped. Be sure to like and subscribe. I have so much more to share. I wouldn't want you to miss a ding dang thing. You can send me questions or writing samples to alexalexander.draft@gmail.com. And I just want to remind you that humor is everywhere. Ta-ta. That's goodbye in British.